we're live. Surprise.
Surprise, we're live.
I tried to catch Aiden looking relaxed, but this man's a pro. What can you do?
So I'm click the big old start stream button.
It's a big button. It's hard to miss. And, speaking of start the stream, look at this. We're already in the game, and we've got a lot going on here today. We've got one of the best lineups I think I've seen in a long time here for our 1-2 game.
Love the names, too.
We got some great names, great games. Mr. Donator.
Marcus Flippy.
Marcos Flippy. We got Poker Face Superman, Mr. Ricky. What it is.
What it do.
What it do. We got Jose.
We got Florida.
Jesus. We got Florida. We got Dylan. We got a good lineup this time. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
Although I will say I don't know what happened to my cheat sheet here with all the buttons on it. There it is. Spotted.
Ah, the one with all the buttons on it.
The buttons. So we can pull up the VPIP a little bit later on. We can check out
the wins.
The wins. So we can see the stacks, the seats. And we do have 2 seats open right now, but I got a feeling those will be filled probably in 2 hands.
Post-haste.
Post-haste. Well, less than 2 hands. It looks like they're already there.
They're waiting.
Jesus and Austin coming on in. So we got the 9-7 versus the K9. We're already seeing the yipper.
The young whippersnapper.
The young whippersnapper. That K9.
What dog does it go?
Rottweiler.
Nice.
Did we already do that?
No.
What's the one with the black tongue and the curly tail?
Poodle? No. Black tongue.
Yeah.
Is it the dog sick?
No.
Well.
Whoa, Ham is here.
Say, either way, we don't have to fear.
Yeah, Ham is here. Soundboard's still not working, everybody. So, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I don't know how to reprogram it.
I think we just keep clicking it. One of these times, it'll just all get through at once, and it's like a explosion of noise.
Oh, wait a second. I'm on to something.
He's on to something. And while he's on to that, Florida's on to pocket nines.
It's so simple.
Were they all turned down?
The volume's turned down.
Yeah, let's turn it down a little more.
Let's turn it back down a little more than that. All right, Ham. Let's see you get the inaugural.
Nice. That one is the one to remember.
That's the one. I got it right that time. And Mr. Florida looking down at some pocket nines. Austin with the A-tray suited.
Folds it.
He's got the ace of spades. He should have gone all in.
So, do we want to let them play this hand with Bill, or do we want to know? Because I do know.
You already know. We got a cheater among us. Fun fact, Aiden here actually can fit under the table and read the cards without anybody noticing.
Yeah, if you see my eyes at some point during don't worry about it.
Okay.
Do not worry about it.
Brandon with the 6-5 suited. Marcos Flippy with the Jack-5 suited of spades.
Yeah. I'll let them play this hand with Bill.
Yeah, let's play it out. Let's see if we can guess what Bill T is holding.
BLT.
BLT. Mr. Bacon Lettuce.
Here comes tomato. Ugh.
All right, flop.
Ooh.
Ace high. Austin might be kicking.
Paul.
Yeah, look at this. Donator. Ace 7.
For Donator.
He's going to bet 12. Brandon's going to call right away with the 6-5 up and down straight draw. Florida 3 to a straight already with the pair of nines.
But I say Brandon's 9 not likely to come.
Yeah, that is true.
He has 5 though. His 4 though could very well come.
That's right.
No one holding two diamonds. Jesus only holding 1. Not a high one either.
Yeah, 7 high backdoor flush draw. Not really something you want to bank on, but he does have the 10.
And so look at this. So Donator was the original raiser. Bill T raised up to 25.
Donator 3 betting.
4 betting to 60. Getting everybody else out of there. See what Bill elects to do with his 2 mystery cards.
Uh-oh. He's got the eye.
He does have the...
I think I know what he's got here, honestly.
Calls it. Some red flags going off for Donator.
Yep.
But maybe you're putting him on Ace-King here. Ace-King, Ace-Queen. Those are likely hands.
Yeah, and out of the +4 position. Oh, Ace-King would have just made 2 pair.
Yeah, a better 2 pair.
A better 2 pair than Ace-7. I got to say, I like Marcos Flippy's chip stack. Completely organized.
Always organized. And a little bit to the right. I do like that.
And Frank Espino guessing ace king or ace ace.
That is a good guess.
Those are good guesses. I think I'm on board with that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Espino's got those reading skills.
I say Donator, if he was ahead on the turn, he probably was ahead on the river.
And Donator going all in right here. And it looks like Bill going to snap call. Look how excited he is.
I was about to say.
Okay, well, I'm thinking based on that, it's going to be aces.
Yeah, Frank was right. He was 50% right. Aces. It was the Rockets.
Pocket Rockets, everybody. What is that? Hand number 2. We've already seen an all-in situation. We've already seen the pocket aces. Yeah, Mr. Bill, welcome to the table, buddy. Megan Menendez in the chat.
Heyo.
Best poker stream everywhere. Love the food-themed jokes. You know, we get hungry, we stay hungry. We talk food.
I'm hungry.
That's what we do. Saw Lauren in the background just a second ago, one of our favorite dealers, eating some Szechuan house. Szechuan. Szechuan. Smelled really good.
Hand 6 shows some action you don't normally see around here.
Hand 6 showing action, so get ready for that, everybody.
From Poker Future.
Poker Future. Our IT guru, Chris, is in the house.
All right.
We got Aiden running a little bit of that IT earlier.
Yeah, might be the reason I know. I could have just been under the table. We never know.
I think he was under the table. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sticking to it.
So while Joey deals out this next hand, Chase, have you seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
It does take place in Odessa.
That is crazy. Well, no, not in Odessa specifically, no, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. The wife leaves to Odessa.
How long has it been since you saw it?
I just saw it the other day.
Ah.
That's why. That's
It's a
why.
good movie.
I've the ending. I'm very confused. I'm
man.
so very confused. Dylan with the Queen 5.
He's got a suited
Fart.
queen of
Raising
farts. Hey, Zeus with the ace 8 of diamonds.
Good hand.
Austin 8 tray, probably getting out of there.
Bill T. Probably getting out of there. It's not aces. He's out of there.
Ooh, Donator now with the pocket kings.
Man.
Good thing he added back on for the max. Looks like he stands to gain a lot. And this is one of my favorite plays to make. You go broke, you look down at a premium, and then you make it look like a tilt raise.
Basil, watching from North Korea and being the big blind all in one.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Man
how
of mystery.
quick he can make it back from the DMZ. And look at this, an ace on board. Oh, you hate to see it. And there are already 2 aces out there in Jesus and Ricky's hands, so only 2 left, and one of them, of course, hits the flop.
And Dylan has a hard draw.
Dylan actually looking pretty good here with this draw. A heart draw and a gut shot. Looking for a 3 for the wheel.
A lot of equity on that hand.
That's right. Yeah, Ricky now with the ace 10, the better of the 2 aces. Going to call for 55. And Donator gets out of there.
Smart fold.
Good fold, buddy.
I say hard to fold after losing it all and looking at. Ooh, my.
And there is
Straight flush
a
opportunity.
straight flush draw here. Dylan ships it all in, a big stack of whites.
59.
Couple of reds right on top.
I think it's a call from Jesus.
Jesus jumping right in. Now, Ricky with the decision. He does have a better ace than Jesus. Ace 10, not the best ace to be holding right now in this position, but let's see. Does he make the laydown? Looks like he wants to.
I say everything got there on the turn.
And he sure does. He makes the laydown.
And Jesus is dead.
Dylan stands to more than double up here in this pot.
See the ankle.
And there's a queen. Dylan makes a pair to go along with his flush.
Just in case. Teresa saying, hi, Basil.
We got Team Basil in the chat. Teresa Levo giving a green heart to Basil, which, of course, is the good luck heart.
And is fitting. He's wearing green today.
That is true.
Not the same shade, but we'll let it slide.
Close enough.
Close enough. But yeah, it's funny them mentioning Odessa in a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And what's the show about Midland right now? Landman? Something like that?
Landman. I've heard things about it. I've heard some good things. I've heard some medium things.
Mm-hmm. That's about what I've heard. But a complaint I've heard from the Landman is it's like the city is bustling
Mm.
and it's not flat land.
It is very flat here.
Yeah, and No Country for Old Men does that really well.
Yeah, I need to watch that one again. I like to watch No Country for Old Men every year or so because I live here. Might as well check it out.
I'm still weirded out by the ending. Is there a part 2 I'm missing?
No. The gist of it, I'm trying to remember, was in, fun fact, I minored in film studies. And that movie came out when I was in film classes, and so we all talked about it. It's kind of like the New Order is very violent, and the old man has a hard time keeping up. And so No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
There's no way to continue the old thing because now the new guys are taking over. And the new guy with the air compressor is the symbol of violence in the New Order. Something like that.
Okay. I get it. But then, like, he gets hit by, spoilers, he gets hit by a car at the end?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
been, what, 15 years? Almost 20 years?
I'm also watching Godfather, too.
I haven't seen those. I haven't watched those yet. Look how they massacred my boy.
I just got it's very beginning. It's the you come to me on my daughter's wedding.
Yeah,
Day of my daughter's
on
wedding.
this, the day of my daughter's wedding.
You ask me to harm these people, but you don't invite me for coffee. My accent kind of died there.
You need to stuff some of those Kleenexes in your cheeks to get into character.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Don Corleone, he's got the mouth thing.
Yeah, he does have the is it like something, or does he just have like a droopy mouth like a bulldog?
They put
Really?
doodads in his mouth for the role.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they made him look like that for some reason. I think it's a little silly, but you know what? Who am I?
And then what was that?
That was the horse race just now, and we had a winner for a wheel spin.
Really good time.
A really good time indeed. If you haven't been to KoJack's in a little while, we have revamped our wheel. We've now got some pretty good cash prizes on there. We gave away $1,000, I believe, on the first wheel spin after we revamped it.
We revamped the revamp.
Yes, we did. Put more cash prizes on there. We've got all kinds of good stuff coming. We've got some huge promos coming up as well, some great giveaways. We're going to be doing a Flush Frenzy here pretty soon.
I do like a Flush Frenzy.
Love Flush Frenzy. Got a love-hate relationship with them. I was 3 out of the 4 flushes. I was about to make the next one, and then I ran out of time.
Drat. Wait, there's a time limit?
Yeah, until the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was until end of the poker day.
Right.
The poker day ended for you?
Yes.
You had to go home?
No. The poker day ended. The game was over.
The game ended.
Yeah.
You can play by yourself. 2 pair for Jesus here. Brandon, best hand pre, one of the worst hands post.
Yeah, not looking too good for Mr. Brandon here. Austin with the ace-5.
I think Austin might look Jesus up light here, and he does.
That's right. He sure does. Yeah, 32 more to call to win 112. Decent pot odds. He's got a pair.
Yeah.
Haven't played a hand yet.
He's got some backdoor draws. And
Ooh.
he's got a pair.
And there's another king.
Oh, wow. 5.
Austin pulls ahead.
Oh, my God.
Jesus got counterfeit. Good, I guess good call by Austin.
Yeah.
My philosophy is if you get the pot, you did it right.
Amen. Jesus, not to be deterred, though.
No, Jesus immediately adding back on.
Putting his money on top of the muck.
On the muck.
Essentially mucking his money.
Oh, yeah, there's a little irony there, perhaps.
Need a floor to rule on that.
Yeah.
What happens if I muck my money?
It's already dead.
It's ours.
Yep, it touched the muck. That's the end. Megan in the chat saying she's real excited about the fun stuff coming up at KoJack's. Yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. We've got new tournament structures. We are doing our new tournament on Tuesday.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a freeze out. We have the deep stack now on Saturday, and we've got a black chip bounty coming up on Sunday. Black chip, of course, $100. So every player you knock out, you get $100. A $300 buy means knock out 3 players. You got your buy paid for right there.
Nice.
Anything after that is profit.
The rest is gravy.
The rest is gravy.
What's the deal with the bad beat right now?
The bad beat sits at, I believe, $6,000. And I think it's ace full of jacks. Until tomorrow, we'll add $500 more to it, $6,500. And it'll be aces full of tens needs to be beat. So that's going to be pretty easy. You might want to get here early on Friday when we up that bad beat jackpot and when we reduce the qualifier. I would venture to say maybe an hour. Maybe an hour will go by before that gets hit.
You think ace and 10 is the one that's going to get hit?
Aces full of tens is pretty easy, to beat. No offense to anybody holding aces full of tens, but
Yeah.
I mean, we might see that tonight. We might see aces full of tens get beat tonight.
Might say a hand 8.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Flippy with the 7s.
Actually, not in great shape. Jesus with the jack here.
Florida with the 9 and a 10. Looking at some draws.
I like this smooth call by Jesus here, trying to keep everybody into the pot. Ricky staying in. Florida with the pair of 9s and the 10.
Inconsequential 9.
Yep.
Gives the diamond draw, but you're not putting anybody on diamonds at this point.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's sticking around for diamonds, especially on a paired board. It gets kind of tricky to chase a backdoor flush. And Marco's Flippy betting $25. Jesus thinking about, do I raise here? Do I call here?
He's in position. I call. Maybe you get Ricky coming along as well.
And he does raise. He does raise to 75, and Ricky does not call. He goes all in.
Snap calls effectively.
Yeah.
It is less.
And now Marco's Flippy kind of in a bad spot here. Facing a raise and an all-in. And it looks like he does make the fold.
Smart fold.
And he's going to get the good news here, realizing he folded a hand that was not the winner.
And any queen, any 7 gives Ricky the straight.
That's right. Ricky is up and down. 7's not likely to come. 2 were just folded.
Who folded the 9?
Oh, and there's another 9 right there. Jesus with jacks full of 9s.
Someone folded a 9. Someone made a good fold of 9s.
Yep.
I think it was Florida. I think Florida had 10-9. Maybe.
I think so.
Wow.
And look at this. Jesus adding on, winning the next pot.
Ricky also not to be deterred, adding on.
Adding right back on. Yeah, this is a pretty action-packed game here. Already seeing a couple of different rebuys. Bill T, the big winner, though, with those pocket aces. 254 up. Dylan picking up 222.
That queen 5 hitting that flush.
Huge flush. Austin with the $90 profit here. And Poker Face Superman up a small $13 so far. Donator.
Throwing the party.
Throwing the party, living up to his name.
Unfortunately, that 2-pair ace 7 did no good.
That was rough. That was rough.
Into kings, flopping an ace.
Yeah, not good enough for the bad beat jackpot, but kind of a bad beat. Always tough to lose with 2-pair, especially when you flop, a pretty good 2-pair.
Top.
Was it top 2?
It was
A7-4.
It was top. It was top and bottom pair.
I see.
Top and bottom. Is that the way to say it?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because it was an 8 out.
Yeah, I was telling Aiden that I've been playing online again lately, and got a good double up through a guy I had top, and the other guy had bottom top.
Oh,
he had a
man.
pair of 2s with an ace kicker.
My thing with online, it seems like everybody always has something, and it's like everybody always has something, and obviously someone's gonna have the nuts.
Yep.
Everybody has the second nuts, third nut. It's like
Yeah, you got to be patient. Yeah, it's a lot of nits. If you have a way to track the VPIP of everybody online, that is eternally helpful. But also, you see some single digits pretty often.
ugh,
I hover around 30%. That's my.
that's a good percentage.
Well, yeah, especially if everybody else is playing 9% of their hands.
You just raise.
I
you
just
get,
pick
yeah.
up the blinds a lot.
Austin taking down with a jack 8.
There, Jesus with the 5 tray, folding it. Charlie would be so disappointed.
What's that? Charlie just called me and told me to go fire Jesus.
Is that what you were doing with your phone?
yeah.
All right. Well, you go ahead and break the news to him. I don't want to do it today.
We'll let him.
Yeah, we'll let him have his fun for a
Yeah,
minute. Yeah. If you've seen Office Space, firings always go better on a Friday.
Well, because you don't. How come?
That's what they say.
Oh, wait, is that the one movie? Oh, I'm trying to think
With
of.
the Bobs.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's a Mike Judge joint. Very good movie.
Mm.
That Mike Judge, he's just so relatable.
Also, this the week and a half hiatus I've been on, I watched all of The Hobbit and the first movie of The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the first movie, The Lord of the Rings, take you about a week.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend after that gave up on watching it with me. She's like, I'm done. The Hobbit's better.
It's
Oh,
not great. Ricky with the King 10, but look at this. Florida with the Jacks.
and all of his jacks accounted for.
Yep,
He's getting no better than he currently is.
that's right. Looks like a lot of low cards as well are in people's hands. So Jacks not likely to be an overpair on the flop. Let's see what happens.
I think Ricky wins this hand. I'm feeling it.
You thinking Ricky? Is he going to flush? Is he going to straight? What's going on?
I think
here?
he hits a raw king.
A raw king. Well, he can't straight. All the Jacks are accounted for.
Yeah, just a raw king.
A raw king. All right. Oh,
Oh, all low card. You were wrong too.
that's what I said. I said that. Oh,
No, you
you're
said-
right. I did say. Yeah. Okay.
Paint, or as Daniel Negreanu says, monkey.
Hey, can we rewind this so I can change my answers?
Me too. 'Cause, Ricky
Austin.
is folded.
Austin with top pair here and decent kicker. And
Florida-
Florida with the over pair.
Do you raise here or do you call?
I'd probably raise for protection.
Yeah, especially from the diamond as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5, any 7. Oh,
Speaking of diamonds, now Florida does hold the best diamond in his hand out of the 3 remaining players. Any 7 makes Brandon a straight, but he does fold. And Florida
I think
maybe uncomfortable with this ace, that diamond coming in.
I'm about to say ace of diamond might be one of the worst cards to see for him.
Yep.
And we know he can only hit. No,
Oh, he does call though.
he's still ahead. I forgot.
Oh yeah, he's ahead for now.
And I don't think any bet's gonna get him off the river. Even what it doesn't matter what the river is.
Well, he's got. Oh, there's that raw king for you.
Raw king.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna win. Ricky just had to stand out.
Oh, and look at this. Austin really sizing up. Florida only $69 behind, 322 in the pot. He's getting great odds to make this call.
Yeah.
But that overcard, that king, is pretty scary. Austin in the small blind as well.
Yeah. What do you put him on here? Potentially 2 pair.
Oh, and
Austin gets him
Florida.
to fold.
Yeah. Austin with a well-timed river bluff here.
I think he might have put Austin on like a small 2 pair, but he raised pre.
Yeah. Or, maybe a king or a weak ace.
Yeah, a weak ace maybe. That's not a bad thought.
And speaking of ranges here, let's take a look at these VPIPs and how wide the ranges truly are. Poker Face Superman at 28%, the very, very bottom. Marco's Flippy, 85% at the very top. And most of these players weighted above the 50% VPIP mark.
We like to see.
That's exactly where it should be for a live stream game. Giving us a lot to talk about, a lot of crazy situations.
I think if you're below 50% VPIP, you should have to give someone $1.
Aiden's going to fire you.
You're gonna get fired.
You're going to get fired.
Feel like what was the show Donald Trump was on that he made not the temperate
Oh, sweet summer child.
sweet. What was it called?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. Oh yeah, never watched it, but
Great show. Beautiful show. One of the best shows.
yeah,
And that's not me saying it.
that's everybody. I don't have that accent under me, unfortunately.
I feel like, you know what, you're not, you got to have a Trump impression these days. That's what,
It's getting all the ladies.
it's getting the ladies. I feel like every comedian nowadays does a Trump.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poker Face Superman.
The best no pair of the holdings. Now, Austin with the most equity, though. He's got the spades working for him.
It's weird to me he has more equity than the current winning hand though.
Uh-huh.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's the power of draws.
Oh well, I guess Donator is taking a decent amount of equity because he just needs a 10 and a 6 or a jack. He needs to go runner, of course, and
Yes.
straight draws.
And Dylan with the K9, the Rottweiler.
Does Superman does fold. There's an ace out there, which is scary,
And he's out of there. Austin with the most equity
and the winner.
takes down the pot. But you know what? Since seeing that second K9 hand of the session so far, it's driving me nuts, the type of dog that I'm thinking of.
What dog has a black tongue? They have the plague?
No, their tongues are black. I used to walk to elementary school, and some of the neighbors had, is it a chow? It's a chow.
Let me see.
Let me see here.
All these dogs look sick, Chase. What are you doing to these dogs?
No, they're kind of aggressive too. They're like real fluffy though.
That's like blue.
Yeah.
Not black.
Well, maybe you're colorblind.
Maybe.
Yeah, they look like little bears.
Okay, yeah. I think if you described it a little differently, I was focused on the black tongue.
They have black tongues. I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of weird.
Florida folds my favorite hand, the Queen 6.
Oh, what's
Hard
that?
to see. Bill T. calling with the King Queen. Brandon, no one raising it. Where's the raise? No raises? We have King Queen, Jack 10, pocket 5, 7-6 suited, 4-3 suited, not a single raise.
That is a limped pot, 7 ways, $14 in the middle. Ace 7 deuce coming out.
4-3 with the straight flush draw, the wheel flush draw. Oh, but it won't come.
Yep,
Superman holds the 5 of diamonds.
the key card. And let's see if we check around here on this flop. Marco's flippy with a pair of 7s. The best hand so far.
Ricky, though, I don't think will fold to a small bet. I think if the bet gets re-raised, he will fold.
If it's me, I'm not going anywhere. With any kind of straight flush draw, use that information how you will.
Ah, just like a panda. How do you feel about them like dyeing dogs' colors? Like it's pet friendly dye, so it
That's
doesn't hurt them.
all natural right there.
Not a fan. Saw somebody on TikTok color their dog pink and green, looking like Wanda and Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents. Was not a fan.
There's a reference for you.
Basil reluctantly folding.
Poker Face Superman out of there. Ricky betting $15, getting 2 callers. And we are on to the turn. A 9 right there. Marco's Flippy's still with the best hand.
Keep up the pressure, Ricky. I'm almost positive he'll take the hand down.
And it looks like he's going to bet 10, a down bet over the previous street.
Yeah, maybe a little too down. Twas the bet.
Marco's Flippy making the call with the best hand so far. Ricky's still a fair amount of equity, though.
Austin raises. I saw a green chip in there. Raises it to 60.
6-0. Ricky now facing a decision. And it looks like he makes the call pretty quickly.
He does.
Marco's Flippy out of there.
Wow, any 4, any 3, any 5, any 4, any...
Oh,
that.
no, not a queen.
Nope.
And Austin's King High has the check mark, but Ricky, $9 behind. I don't think he's going to be able to get Austin to fold. And it checks on the river, and Austin actually gets that pot.
I thought Ricky was all in. I was confused there.
And Ricky likely to be adding on here for the next hand. Now, in light of some new information, I am going to change the K9 hand. This is the first time that's ever happened on a KoJack's live stream. If you're watching, if you're listening, you are watching or listening to history.
Mark it down.
But that also means if you're watching or listening, you're on the internet. So check this one out. Panda Chow.
Panda Chow.
Look up Panda Chow. They are chows that look like pandas. And that's the new K9 hand.
I think if I heard Panda Chow out of context, I would think people were eating pandas. And they can't because they're endangered. Are they still endangered?
I think so.
They got to get off.
I'm no expert. You know what? I know you rely on me for a lot of types of information. I don't know that much about pandas.
Hey, get back to me.
I hope that I'm not disappointing you, Aiden.
Dylan, I feel like Dylan's picking up a lot of these. He folds a king 10.
He's in the hot seat. He's going to wait for an even better hand.
Austin, maybe raise him.
Held in captivity across the entire world comes from China. It isn't alone.
Those Chinese zoos or whatever.
Yeah.
Just holding on to the pandas. Hoarding them from the rest
Ricky
of the world.
goes all in with his king 9 of spades, but Austin has the better spade. It's only a king or a 9, and a lot of the 9s accounted for here. 9 from Donator, 9 from Jesus, and he is a 9 himself. It's only 1 9. The case 9 he needs to win this hand. Working.
That's right. 1-9 left. And Ricky all in for 9, so it may happen.
Poetic, even.
Yes, it's like pottery. Oh, Jack 6-6 instead here on this flop.
No help for nobody, no how.
Uh-huh. Everybody about the same as how they started.
Jesus picks up an interesting draw, though. No,
No, not anymore. He's out of there.
don't matter.
Brandon with the runner straight draw.
And he's more equity.
And it looks like everybody folds. Brandon's going to scoop the side pot. And now it's just between Brandon and Ricky.
What happens here if he folds? Like, well, I guess everybody folded before him, so he just takes it. Brandon takes it with the 2, the deuce.
The deuce.
Never loose.
That's right. And Ricky can't believe his eyes. King 9 versus 3 deuce, and 3 deuce takes it.
The clean diaper.
And Ricky looks like he's getting up,
Moving,
maybe
shuffling,
forfeiting his button, perhaps.
swiveling. To be determined.
TBD. Basil with a table tap. Looks like Ricky is moving on here. We have our first casualty of the live stream game. Mr. Ricky, what it is, one of my favorite people around here.
Oh, yeah. Keeps the spirits up.
Keeps the spirits up.
What's that red thing in the seat? It's just a tag of that. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little seat cushion on there.
Thought it was like a candy wrapper, like a Kit Kat. Favorite candy, go. Gut reaction.
Butterfinger. Easy.
Really?
Easy.
It's the texture. Like, I like them. I'll eat them.
Here's the thing about Butterfingers. I'm the type of guy I really like to stretch my dollar. So you eat a Butterfinger, it gets stuck in your teeth. You eat the Butterfinger for 5 minutes, and then for the rest of the day, you got little Butterfinger chunks stuck in your teeth that you can snack on.
Perfect. Have
Yeah.
you seen Parks and Recreation?
I have seen it.
There's an episode where Ron Swanson's talking about eating steak.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, this steak's so good. Like, I refuse to clean my mustache
Right.
because pieces will get in it and it'll fall into my mouth.
That's how I feel about Butterfingers.
That's why I brought it up. Same idea,
Yep.
different concept.
Yep. That's us. I'm basically Ron Swanson.
That's what I've heard. That's what they're saying. Jesus with the king, queen.
And Brandon with the ace-5 here.
Checks.
Oh, there's an ace right there on the flop. 10-7 to go along with it.
Any jack for Jesus.
Yep. Any jack will help him out. Austin looking for runner spades. And I don't recall how many jacks were folded, but I want to say it was 1.
I want to say it was none almost.
All right.
Are you aggressive with your draws like that? Like your gutter draw?
Depending.
Oh, they're all.
Yeah, they're all out there. You were right. Yeah, you got to mix it up. Sometimes you play them aggressively. Sometimes you don't. There's a 9 right there.
I feel like I'm more careful with my draws. I'm in check call mode.
Sure.
Unless it's too big, I'm like meh.
And Brandon goes all in with his ace-5 here. Jesus now put to the test.
I think good move, yeah.
And he folds. Yeah, not going to chase the jack. And Brandon shows the ace. Gentlemanly courtesy. And scoops a
cowboy hat.
pretty big pot right there with that cowboy hat.
Is he scooping it with the cowboy hat?
How many gallons do you think that hat holds?
At least 10.
At least 10. And it looks like we got a newcomer to the table here. Is that Mr. Jack, perhaps? Jack was waiting in the wings. Yep, sure it is. Mr. Jack
I hear
joining
Jack.
the table.
I hear Jack. I think the natural.
What's that? It's Jack.
Sub Jack. I say Donator's still at the bottom of the list, but there is poker yet left to be played. What's a 2-5? Oh, we talk about, do we have 0? Chase is. Didn't know which part you're talking about.
I'm talking about that ace-queen in Dylan's hand.
Of hearts again.
That's the best one to have, the ace-queen of hearts.
Jack, pick up in hand. Post haste.
post haste, the king 10 of diamonds here. And Donator with pocket nines. We've got a hand brewing here. This is going to be a pretty decent pot, I imagine. $17 from each player.
Give me Florida.
5 ways.
Give me Florida 8-3-3.
Ooh, 6-7 deuce. Actually, yeah, not too bad for Florida. Not great, but not too bad.
He picks up some draws.
Austin actually second best. Did make the best pair on the flop, but Donator's nines an overpair to this board.
Which I raise.
Oh, yeah.
I might go all in here.
And there you go.
Yes. Yes.
Donator taking a page out of the Aiden playbook. Plagiarizing, if you will.
Yeah. That's the name of the book. Plagiarizing. That's it.
And Austin, looking at his ace-6, he's got a pair of sixes. He's got an ace kicker to go along with it. He's got outs. Not many, but he's got a couple.
Yeah, no clubs, though, which is rough. It'd be better if he had the ace of clubs. But without the ace of clubs, maybe you're putting him on a club draw, and you're currently ahead of a club draw.
That's right. You do not want to have the ace of clubs in this position right here.
Well, you almost wish. I bet he wishes he does if he could be in our position, because then he could fold.
He would know that his 6 no good right now.
Poker, more future. We have some future news. Something good happens, I fear.
Yeah, boop, 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 boop. Breaking news. Poker Face Superman has just visited us at the window and given us some very cryptic hand signs. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing.
Repping a set.
And it looks like, yeah, Mr. Donator, Mr. Paul, going to take that pot down. Austin folding.
I say good hand for the donator. Not living up to his name this time.
No, he is cashing in on those donations.
And a dealer change. We got Joey out of there. We got Brianna in the hot seat. What is the hot seat tonight?
Hot seat looks like seat 9, if I'm being honest.
Florida?
No, sorry, seat 10. Dylan has been catching a lot of hands.
I think it might be, who's the, not Bill T, not Dylan. There was one other big winner we've had.
Austin? Austin's up $305.
Yeah, maybe it's Austin.
Yeah, let me pull up this win chart. Austin has been playing pretty well. He's been bluffing in the right spots, not necessarily letting the cards dictate how he plays. But if it comes down to just pure cards, I kind of think seat number 10, I kind of think Dylan's got the hot seat.
Yeah, I think Dylan's catching the cards. I think Austin's making the plays.
That's a good way to put it. Jesus with the 9 deuce. Kind of rhymes.
Fold.
Yep. You don't want to have your hand rhyme.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. Brandon with the Jack 10 suited.
Well, unless your name's like Jace. You got an aces. Maybe your name's Jace's? I don't know.
Or
No.
Chase.
Or no. He's chasing there. Your hand is something you don't want to do in poker. Chase.
I do. You know what I do? I live up to the name a lot.
Love to chase.
All right. 10-7, 10-6, Jack 10. Lots of 10s out there. Queen comes on the flop. Along with a 6 and a 4. Poker Face Superman with the best of it right now.
Gonna check. I think Brendan, I think Poker Face Superman knows he's ahead now.
And there's an 8 of clubs. Look at this. Brandon now with the straight flush draw.
Ooh. Any 9 of clubs, 9 of clubs.
Any 9 of clubs.
Just any one of them. You know, we can grab them from another deck if needed.
Yep.
We won't.
We won't. We got a couple of decks here, though.
We could.
And it's a king of clubs.
And he blocks it.
Brandon now up and down straight flush draw here on the river.
It only gets better.
Actually, a royal draw here on the river. Hey, I hit a royal flush yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Online?
of clubs. Mm-hmm.
Nice. You took it away from Brandon. That's why you didn't get it.
Yeah, you're right. But I did take a picture of it, and I'm going to show Aiden right now.
Brandon does raise here from, what was it, 30 to 65. Austin folds.
Yeah, good raise right there. Unfortunately, Austin just not enough of anything really to call here.
That looks like good news. I read a little bit over your shoulder. But I will not indulge any longer.
Yes, our Facebook page.
I don't know if I even follow the Facebook page. I need to.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
I kind of work here.
There it is. There it is.
Ooh. Did you get max value out of it?
Nope.
Oh, you only got $1.
I won $1.82 out of that pot,
Nice.
and it was heads up, so I profited 90-something cents.
All right. I'm memorizing your names. When I see you, I just go all in.
Yeah, good luck.
Is that on the new website Brad Owen has?
It is not. It is not.
But every time he makes a video, he says the games are so soft.
You know what? I may have to check that out a little bit later on. Now, look at this, Jack. Welcome to the table. Looking down at King, Queen, and 3 betting to 60. Jesus with the ace deuce. Don't want to rhyme your hand. He gets out of there. Austin with the 10-9 coming along.
I say,
It looks like he's coming along.
it's almost.
There he goes. Now he's along.
He was half long. He had to get the permission slip signed by the parent.
That happens.
Did you ever forget to do that?
Release and indemnify. Yeah, one time. Look at this 2 pair for Austin.
Wow.
And gut shot for Jack.
Check it.
And Austin going to lead here. I think that's a pretty decent lead, $100. Jack just not a huge percentage of this flop.
Any jack, though.
Yeah, any jack, any king, any queen will help him.
Jack of hearts would really help him.
That's right. And Jack lays it down. Austin taking another pot.
Man, oh man. See, but that's remnants of a little hot seat, you know?
That is true.
Maybe both seats are lukewarm.
It's a good way to look at it. I don't want the hot seat. I want the lukewarm seat.
Next to my friend. We're getting spoiled here by Mr. Superman. He's saying he has future quads.
Uh-oh. Quads from the future? That sounds scary.
Me personally, I like quads from the past. On to this next hand. Ace 4 of hearts for poker face Superman. Not likely to get quads on this hand, but ace, ace, ace is always an option. Some good hands. Queen 9, ace 4, king 10, jack 10, 9, 8. None of them suited except the ace 4. 9, 8 again. Some really connected hands. And queen deuce for the Austin. If I know the hot seat, a million diamonds are about to hit. And no one holding a diamond except Marcus, so more likely. Off to this flop. 4, queen 5. Does not hit the 2 diamonds. Does get 1 and the queen. But Bill T holding the better queen currently with the queen 9. Austin going to lead out though. Bill being patient so far. Only really seen him in the hand with the aces. And now in this hand. And he has the best of it. However, poke face Superman with the heart draw. The nut heart draw, have mind you. And also the 4. I think I know when he gets the quad, and I think it might be now.
Uh-oh.
He says, look for ace 4. I'm looking at it. There's a 4, and there's another 4.
Spoiler alert.
Does he call here? I think he just calls here. Keep both of them in. Because what beats you right now? You have the nut hearts. A straight, 2-3, but you have an ace blocker. Yeah, you just call here. Only thing beating you is pocket 5s, pocket queens. Truthfully. Or 4 something, but we know from Basil, we do know this last card is a 4, giving both of them the queen boat. However, I think it's all in from Austin. No, he's betting 50. I saw 1 chip and I thought it was all in. Bill calls. Basil goes all in. It does not reset action though. Is that a good way to say it? Reset action?
Sure. Austin's going to make the call for 47 more, and Bill,
I think has to.
thinking about it, he's got a full house.
The best one, too, unless they have aces or queens.
Yep.
Or aces or kings, rather.
And Bill
Count it out.
looks like he doesn't really want to make the call, but feels almost forced. And he does make the call, and Basil turns over the quads, making max value.
Oh, man.
$588 in that pot. Two disgusted other players, Austin and Bill.
And that's a wheel spin. He plays both
That is.
cards.
That is a
Four
wheel
and the
spin.
ace.
He gets a new spin on that new prize wheel.
I think while they're scooping the pot, I'm going to go check what's on the wheel. I have not seen it since I left.
And if you haven't seen our wheel, make sure to come check it out. We got some really good prizes on there. We got some new cash prizes. We've got all kinds of good stuff. Still a couple of entries to tournaments, free dailies, free monthlies, that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. Great prize wheel. The players have really been enjoying it. Great response from everybody in the room. And we've got a lot more promotions coming up, so make sure to check that out. If you haven't been to KoJack's in a while, well, now is a great time to come out. And we've got even bigger things in the future, too. Should be a lot of fun. And Basil in the chat giving a shout out to Mr. Du Kim, who won our free roll last Monday. He'll be defending his title this coming Monday in the next free roll, so make sure to come by if you want to challenge the previous winner for the title. And here we go. Look at this, Poker Face Superman getting quads and then looking down at Ace-Jack suited under the gun. Definitely a playable hand. Mr. Donator with the Ace-4 offsuit here. Coming along for the $12. Brandon looks like he's piecing together a call. Dylan, one of my favorite hands, the old 6-9. Jesus with the 9-8.
Is it ever 9-6?
Yeah, it's usually 9-6. Most of the time when you look at cards, you read them from highest to lowest.
I think that's one you like never read that way.
Yeah, and you'll notice our graphics automatically do that in everybody's hands, but not on the flop or the board.
Doesn't the board read it backwards? So if 10's the first card, it's the last card, like how it is currently?
So here on the flop, we've got 0-1-4-8.
Did I say 0? No. Okay, I was like, oh no.
You said backwards, so I read it. And there's a jack there on the turn.
Yeah, I was right though. Wait,
yeah.
no, but 8's in the. I don't know.
It just reads.
I was about to say it reads them.
However,
which is the
it
most
reads them.
important part.
Yeah, first or whatever. It's a screwy RFID or however it works. Whatever kind of magic it's got.
What'd you call me? Poker Face Superman, good hand here. I think
Good hand.
I think
Top
he's
pair,
gonna win.
top kicker, flush draw. Brandon, though, with the 8-9-10 jack, 4 to a straight. Jesus, 8-9-10 jack, also 4 to a straight with a pair.
Queen of Spades.
Oh, queen of spades would be dirty. It would be nasty.
The Queen of Spades from space.
All right, let's see. Aiden wishes for pain. Brianna does not deliver. Blank deuce.
And he checks it.
Yeah, good check right there. Very sneaky.
9 Queen, I guess.
And it
Could
looks
be
like,
what you're afraid of.
no, I think he's checking, hoping to raise, but did not check there.
Takes it down back to back.
2 pots in a row. Look at this, 848 in his stack. He might be the first player to get to 1,000.
The race to 1,000.
The race is on. The race is real on. Brianna shuffling up the next hand. That'll be hand number 17, a prime number. Usually these prime number hands tend to be pretty big. I don't know what it is about the mathematics, but I don't know. And it looks like Mr. Dillon has got up. Do have an open seat here. And
I don't fully remember what a prime number was. I remember the last time we did stream, I did look it up.
yep. He's a fast learner, everybody.
Only divisible by 1 in itself.
Right.
So 7.
Right.
Um,
Brandon with the ace-queen suited, raising it up here to $16. Brandon doing pretty well for himself so far. Jesus with the king-queen. This could be blood. Austin with the 9-5 suited of hearts. The Dolly Parton, everybody. And Basil taking a break to celebrate his victory. Giving us, no doubt, giving us some hand gestures 15 minutes ago.
and delivered on him.
Yep.
Both.
Marcos Flippy flopping top pair.
Flippy flopping.
Flippy flopping all in. $58 to call. And Brandon making the move that Marcos probably doesn't realize he wants. Getting a little protection with Brandon's shove all in over the top.
But, I mean, I was trying to think if it was the worst hand out of the 3 to call. I didn't know. But I think they're all pretty bad, unless it's 9-5. To call his all in.
Right. Yeah, Marcos Flippy ahead. Doesn't look too excited about it.
I think it was an ace on the turn there. We see a 10. We see 2 pair. We
And
never
look
got
at
it.
this.
I think it was an inconsequential ace,
I think so.
which is rough because,
Oh, that ace would have made Brandon a pair.
yeah, but then the river is 2 pair.
There it is. We got Mr. Duke Kim in the chat saying, great, guys. He's watching from South Korea. Very cool. OMG about Basil's quads. He says, a big cow get into the empty house. Just like a wrecking ball. That is exactly how this game has been going so far.
And then another for the next hand. Give him 2 compliments, 1 per hand.
That's right.
On to the hand 18. I think that's 2 8s now I've seen. I say Bill T needs an 8 to hit his straight, potentially, possibly. Jesus with King Jack. Going multi-way to a flop. Austin with the ace and the best of it. Jesus with the king, though. Austin, that's all in. How much did Jesus bet there? Bets 25. Austin shoves over top. Wait, did Flippy have the same hand? I think Flippy had the same hand. A6. I think Jesus here knows he'd beat, but just, you know, it's hard having a good starting hand, and it also looks bluffy from Austin. Raise all in? Are you trying to get someone to fold with an ace? Wouldn't you want them to call? Yeah, just a little hand funeral, I like to call, with Jesus there. Austin has it. Lane Hill said, go Basil. She's watching from the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio. Well, Hex, go poker. Basil, probably the most supported in the chat this far. And he's not even at the table currently. Shame. Shame on him. Got a newcomer to the table, taking the old hot seat. It's Jason sitting down. Donator with king 9. Brandon with the ace jack. 2 good hands to start out with. Brandon's going to raise it up to 20 in early position. Jason, the ace 10, does call. Austin with the 6-2 of clubs calling. Yeah.
You don't realize until you go outside.
Oh, I realize already. Okay, remind me.
8-5-3.
Okay.
The 6, all the 6 needs is a 7. However, Austin has more equity due to the having more clubs. The only one with the flush draw.
Austin going clubbing. He's got the backdoor club draw working for him.
7 of clubs here.
All right, let's see.
Did not deliver the last one.
Ooh,
Delivers a 5.
wrong color.
Eh.
Whack.
Jason still with the best. No. Brandon with the best hand. Excuse me. Notched by 1.
Brandon betting 30. Austin not likely to call here. A couple of low cards, and he does fold. Brandon takes it
go.
down with no pair. No pair, no draw.
No pair.
And he
Almost
is
no pair.
stacking chips. Got Lane Hill in the chat watching from the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio. Cheering poker on. I like to see that.
What is the Alamo Dome? I've been the Alamo.
I guess it's a dome
For the Alamo?
for the Alamo. Perhaps nearby.
They were doing renovations last time I went to the Alamo.
Very cool.
It was I don't know. The Alamo's weird these days.
Uh-oh.
What they do to my precious Alamo. RoboCop. Yeah,
If anybody's interested, RoboCop is now on sale for the PC. $10.
It's a game?
Yeah.
I've never heard of a RoboCop game.
Apparently it's excellent.
Is it recent? Like recently made?
Yeah. Full ray tracing.
Mm.
It's a sports venue with 64,000 seats.
Is it for the Spurs? The Alamo Dome?
65 for concerts.
Why
There
didn't
you
you just say that?
I did.
No,
I did right as Lane did.
the same exact time. I get to know.
Well, thank you for the info, Lane. We'll have to go check it out. 64,000 seats.
Group no.
Yeah, group trip,
No.
field trip. We'll sign our forms.
We will get them signed. We won't let that mistake happen again. I was trying to think.
Lane says it did used to be for the Spurs. at you.
I knew something.
Look at you.
Felt it.
Flop comes out. Queen, Jack, 4, 2 spades on board. Austin looking for a king.
With the best hand currently.
That's right. Brandon with a pair of 4s.
I say Flippy misses his club draw.
And Brandon makes a call here. Bottom pair. Technically ahead, but almost a coin flip here as we get to the river.
Weird.
Oh, Brandon now makes the call. My mistake.
Weird how that's a coin flip. And he's ahead. Oh,
Yep.
because of the 4.
Because of the 4. And another 4. Brandon may make quad 4s here. He's got a shot.
4s are hot.
Austin not putting his opponent on a 4. Goes all in. Brandon snap calls for 177. Pot is almost 600 in the middle right now.
And he's not even dead.
Brandon tables the 4. And Austin, gets a jack instead of a king on the first board.
And a
6 on the second. Are they running it 3 times?
I
No,
think
they
it's-
are not.
Yep. Just the twice. 4s are hot.
Brandon scooping it up.
Where there's a 4, there's another 4.
Who is shuffling these things?
And it can be Basil didn't rig the 4s. He's not even there.
He's not even there. No, taking a victory lap. Still, you know what? I imagine Basil doing the Rocky after he completes his training, just air punching, celebrating, bouncing around.
Oh, when he finishes like going
The
up
stairs, yeah.
Man, used to be a soccer player, used to be a soccer player, ran a lot. In my flights this weekend, I had to run to my other gates. Man, oh man, that is a lot of A lot of running.
Indeed. Yeah, especially some of the bigger airports.
Yeah.
Atlanta is a pain to run through.
Denver. I had to go from B, like 223 to like B94.
This guy remembers numbers.
Just awful. It was at the point I tasted metal in my mouth.
How do you feel about the trains in the airport?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I just feel like I flew on an airplane. Why do I have to ride a train also?
Ride a train to my plane.
Yeah,
That's a wrap.
it is.
I do not like the trams though. In Houston, the Houston one, not a fan. Not a fan of tram.
No fan trams here.
Trains though, I can get behind that.
Okay.
Big train guy, or you big shark guy when you were young, or dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs were the one. I like the Stegosaurus. I like the Velociraptor, who didn't. T-Rex. Pretty cool.
Mainstream.
I can't remember the
What's the one that has like? Did I see Ace Queen get folded? Oh, those Basil's.
Basil. Basil's in the hot seat now.
I know, and he doesn't even know it.
Yep.
He's gonna miss it. Jack with the
Jack with the 10s.
missing the jacks for Jack by one.
By one.
Brandon with the 2s here. I think he goes set mining here.
Now let's see if Basil avoided disaster or not. King Queen on Jason's hand.
I think it was Ace Queen of Diamonds as well.
And pretty decent pot. We're up to 128 here. We're 5 ways. Board comes out with a 10 on it as well as a jack. Jack 10-9. Jack hitting a set of 10s. Marco's flippy top, and Bill T making top pair with the king kicker. And it looks like Jason is the one betting here. He's got a straight already, betting $25. Bill T calling.
Yeah, this is going to be an action hand. I think Jack's just thinking, how do I get the most money here?
Jack is maybe worried about the straight. Very connected board, but it does look like he's going to raise. 120 is the bet. Marco's flippy all in here with top pair, top kicker. The backdoor heart draw. And it looks like Brandon with his deuces are out of there. Jason flopping the world in probably the best situation you can find yourself in. Flops the nuts, has a raise and an all-in behind.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Jack calling the 18.
not going anywhere. So Basil's still with the Ace Queen. He's live.
Base
The hypothetical Ace
Yeah,
Queen.
Basil behind,
But
or
live.
would have been behind, but yeah, live. With a draw to a higher straight. A theoretical draw to a higher straight.
Yeah, this is all in theory.
And Bree, one of our favorite dealers here, counting out the stacks, making sure the pots are correct.
Got to make sure.
We are all anxiously awaiting this next turn card here. And it looks like Marco's flippy turning over his ace jack, taking a sip. Ace jack no good, unfortunately. And Jack contributing the rest of the chips that he needs to complete for the pot. 3 on the side.
How many times do you think they're running it?
I would say twice, but I'm not positive. Jack looking for the board to pair. Oh, a heart for Marco's flippy. It's a 7 on the river, a 7 of clubs. And Jason straight.
Straight gets it.
Straight gets it.
Saved Basil some money not being home.
That's right. Yeah, definitely.
The doctor was out.
And a scooper for Mr. Jason. Newcomer to the table. How do you like that?
How do you like me now?
Enjoy those chips. Maybe get some dip to go with it.
Now we're talking.
Marco's flippy. Looks like he's taking a break, perhaps.
Understandable. Hard work, make sure all your chips align exactly.
It is hard work.
Saved. If I get that, I'm using it. Can you send that to me, actually?
Yeah.
Wait, no, you have Android. I don't know if you can send me a photo. I'm not even saying because it's an inferior phone. I'm just saying because, like, I just don't think I'll actually physically get it. You can try. I want to see it. I want it.
Yeah, let me try.
I need it. Beep, 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 boop.
Nope.
Doesn't work, I guess.
And we got Lauren coming into the box here, one of our favorite dealers.
Professional. We're on 21. 21. Or 22.
Dealing hand number 22. Dealing it out.
Wheeling and dealing.
That is the way things go. And Jason looking down at the 4 deuce. Jesus with the 4-10. And Austin
4 deuce.
with a hand worth raising.
I'd say.
Putting out, looks like $15. Austin with the Jack 7.
Not suited. Hey, he's the man making the money, so I'm listening.
That's right. And it looks like Austin is 44 behind. Bill T with the ace king next to act.
Ooh, diamond. Jack with ace jack.
Donator with the 3rd jack here, Jack 5 of spades. Jack in a 3-bet to 75. Sean Garza in the chat saying, dang, I miss West Texas poker. There's nothing better as far as I'm concerned. This is
Action packed, all ins guaranteed. You've read our titles before. You've
That's
been
right.
here.
Sean, you got to come back, check us out, my man. Chris Mertz saying he might have to come get me some of that basil money.
Those Bradley dollars.
That's right. And now Lauren calculating the pots with reckless abandon. Making sure everything is correct.
I'm trying to remember the hand, because Austin, as we remember, Austin was ahead a lot.
Yes.
When did the tides change
The tide has been slowly shifting
against
this
the hot
whole
seat?
time.
Jack 10-4.
Another Jack. The case Jack comes out. And now Jack with the best pair.
Jack with the jack, holding the best jack.
Bill T not dead, though, looking for a king.
Austin not dead, looking for a 7.
This is true. Sorry, I meant a queen. Bill T looking for a queen for the straight. Or a king would do it.
Or an ace.
Or an ace.
His options are very, and there's a few of them.
There are a few options. He is not dead. He is not ahead, though, by any stretch. And it looks like we've got another all-in from Jack and a call from Bill.
I say, would be nice if he had just any other suit, any of them, to have a flush draw behind.
That's right.
Any queen, any ace, any king, that's 3, 6, 9. 9 cards. If they've not been folded. 8 cards.
Let's see a diamond here on the turn to complete the rainbow. What do you think?
For the best Badusi hand? Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
It always sounds a little bit funny.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that, but
Yeah,
it
thank
sounds
you.
a little funny.
Oh, there it is. 10 of diamonds right there on the turn.
Does
Completing the rainbow. And Jack will get the first board here. Actually,
maybe the only board?
the only board. Yeah, Bill T showing the ace king. Did not get there. Missed.
Had a lot of outs, too.
And Austin showing off the weaker Jack. And Jack going to take it down with his namesake here. The ace jack.
I think it's got to be to have a jack, be named Jack at the poker table. It's got to be a buff of some sort. You got the jack.
It is absolutely a buff. It's the luck buff.
The luck buff of having Jack.
And now Lauren handing out chips. A couple of players adding back on. Staying at the table are Austin and Bill.
Basil making his pyramid over there.
Yeah, Basil constructing Egypt as we speak.
Not FDA regulated. Those white chips are on top.
That's okay.
Not allowed.
OSHA is going to have a problem with this.
They'll be here in 2 to 8 business days.
Did you say FDA because they're chips?
I did, actually.
That's pretty good.
I so did.
That's pretty good.
And no other reason. Not because it's the only thing I could think of in the current moment. No other reason. It's that John Mulaney bit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, my hands are wet. I did just wash my hands. That's why they are wet. No other reason. That's not exactly how it goes, but I'm not a comedian. Austin.
That's true.
With the Kings. Wait, that's true. Whoa. Watch yourself.
Bill T with the pocket fours, the fake aces, but we know the fours have been hot.
And Jesus with the ace 4, ace queen, poker face Superman,
Poker
queen
face-
6 for Jack, and he
Poker
folds
face
it.
Superman did not just fold.
What did he just have?
Ace queen.
He folds?
He folds.
To raise to 35? What are you, nuts?
What? Are you nuts?
Ace queen, not in the range. Marking it down on my marker over here.
Yeah,
On my
marking it
big
down.
whiteboard of poker face Superman rain.
If you
rain.
don't open, you fold. Yeah, Poker face Superman still admiring his handiwork here.
Let's see.
No capstone just yet. All clubs, all the time. Austin with the king of clubs.
Bill T, though, with a club draw. that he might
And
think is good.
Austin shipping it.
And
Both
165
players
to the
just
77.
rebought.
Did Bill T rebuy too?
Yep,
That makes sense.
just now. They have the same exact chip total.
Man, oh man, oh man. Does fold.
And does make the correct lay down. Austin picking up another pot. Getting closer to even.
It's getting warmer here. I guess the seat's heating back up.
Things are heating up over here. And it looks like we're losing another player. Maybe he's coloring up.
Potentially, maybe, maybe,
Mayhaps.
mayhaps.
Yeah, 6 barrels of whites sure is a lot.
Oh yeah. That's only 3 barrels.
I meant 60. Yeah, 60 of, yeah, anyway.
60 of dollars.
Cross-mogenated up here.
What you call me? Cross mohogenated?
That's from Austin Powers.
Never seen it.
It's funny.
I need to see it.
I think it holds up. I haven't watched it in a while. We're talking movies. We're talking food. We're talking cards.
We're talking Flatland.
Flatland.
Talking
Landman.
Sandman. It's whatever. Lakers and 4.
That's right.
You've seen that, right? That bit.
Of course.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. Yeah,
Landman,
definitely
Sandman,
seen it.
who I am, don't matter. Lakers in 5.
Austin with the mystery hand under the gun this time. Good enough for a limp.
Putting him on Jack 2, not suited.
I'm going to say 5-4 of diamonds.
5-4 diamond, Jack 2.
Very specific.
Let's see which hand would play better post. 5-4 Jack Deuce. Of course, it's 5-4 of diamonds.
And we are ready for a flop almost.
Maybe Brandon's thinking about calling the limp.
Here we go. Now we're ready for a flop. Jason with the king jack.
Oh, we still had other players to act.
We're just waiting on the graphics to catch up. Sometimes it takes a second.
Jason with the house hand, not the
There we
correct
go.
suits though.
King jack now up and down. Jesus with the gutter ball.
those 5-4 of diamonds would be good if that's what Austin had.
Impossible. There's the 5 and the 4 of
Oh
diamonds.
man,
Maybe the 5-4 of clubs.
there we go. Which is not bad, but
And he's
diamonds
going
are
to
out
bet.
there.
Perhaps betting 2 pair with the $10 bet. I'm starting to think he's got a queen now, but it is possible. Maybe he's got 2 diamonds in his hand. Betting 10 with a flush, trying to get some callers. Does get 2 of them. And another diamond comes off. Jason now with the check mark, assuming Austin doesn't have higher than a jack of diamonds in his hand.
What if he has the ace of diamonds?
Betting 20. Austin making the call. And folds face down.
Drat.
We'll
We'll never know.
Jinx.
You didn't say that.
And now moving on to hand number 25. Coming at you.
Nice even number. Even though it's not even number, it's even enough. 'cause
The
it's 5.
opposite of even.
5s are even adjacent.
That is true.
They're allowed in the club. In the club.
You know what? I'll get behind that. I think mathematically, I represent the entire mathematical community. Commentating on poker, I have a great amount of sway. Yeah, respect, sway in that community.
I mean, you know about prime numbers.
I do. King 5 here for the donator. Brandon with the 5 tray and Florida with the 6-5. Jason with the 8 deuce off suit, pitches it into the muck, and Austin now looking down at the ace 10.
Does raise it. Was that 35?
Yeah, it looked
33?
Looked like a couple of dollars here. 35.
My first guess was correct.
Don't doubt yourself.
I just saw some whites in there, so I assumed it was 33 to call. That's what I was referencing, of course.
Of course. Brandon with the 5 tray, making Charlie proud. That is Charlie's favorite hand.
And not a bad flop for it, honestly.
8-7 deuce.
Not closer than the ace 10.
Yeah, not a great flop, but, you know, it's something. Check on the river. Sorry, on the flop. 5 of hearts comes out here, giving Brandon the best hand.
And Austin's going to bet out. Ooh.
Oh, and there's an ace on the river, giving the check mark to Austin. Austin looks like he's betting $50.
It's gotten a lot hotter in here. The hot seat's warming back up.
And Brandon with a decision to make. Is Austin bluffing? Brandon reduced to a bluff catcher here. 3 hearts on the board. Pretty connected. 5-7 8. Couple of straights get there. Ace 2-5. Brandon holding a 3, blocking the wheel. And a 3 of hearts. Not relevant blocking the flush, though. And Brandon has to decide, does he want to try to catch Austin's bluff? Does he think Austin is bluffing?
The trick is to never play the Charlie, I suppose. Or if you do, you go all in on the turn.
There he goes. He does bet. I mean, does make the call, and Austin is going to turn over the winner here. Brandon still 2 full towers of red chips. This is a 1-2 game, so we've got 3 different chips in play. The white ones for $1, the red ones for $5, and the green ones for $25. Not an even number, but hey, even adjacent.
Even adjacent. More hand signs from Basil,
That's right. He's giving us the double thumbs up.
which can only be good news.
I did pronounce that with an N, if anyone is
Double thumbs up.
thumbs up. I don't know why I said that. Pew, 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 pew.
Hold on. I did it for myself. We can hear it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it works now?
Yeah. It was turned down apparently.
What's up, Santa Claus?
Basil still folding in the current hand. We don't even get to see what he folded. Probably jacks. Not good enough. Ace-4 best hand currently? A lot of 4s.
Donator hitting the 4.
Everybody has a 4, and everybody's hitting the 4.
There's your bottom top for you. Bottom pair, top kicker. Austin with the 2 pair, though. Bottom pair. His kicker is a bigger pair.
Bottom middle, middle bottom. Don't know quite how to word it.
And a 3 comes off. Donator now with the flush draw. Drawn to a 4-high flush. 35 is the bet from Mr. Austin. Donator has to decide, is he going to call? No, he does not. Austin picking up another pot with 2 pair this time. $75 in the middle, headed his way.
I said it once, I'll say it again. Seat's getting hotter.
Seat's getting hotter. Things are heating up. Yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for spending your Thursday evening with us. We're having a good time watching some poker right now. We are KoJack's in Midland. We got a lot of good things coming up.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. I just went out there and read the plans for March.
Some big plans.
Yeah, March and May.
March and May. It's going to be a
June
lot
and
of
July. KoJack's the place to be all the time.
fun. That is 100% correct.
Never been wrong.
That's maybe true.
100% correct.
There's no way of knowing.
No one can fact check. New watch? Old watch?
Not super old.
Watch?
Watch. Haven't set the date since the month rolled over. And Bill gonna fold. Jack.
Ooh, is there a schedule?
There is a schedule. Check out Poker Atlas. You'll be able to see our schedule, the things that are going on. If you don't have Poker Atlas just yet, download it. It's a great app. It is free to use. You can see our schedule. You can see the schedules of other poker rooms in the area, like, for example, Celebrity Card Club in Odessa.
Our sister club.
Or the River League in San Angelo. You can also add yourself to the wait list for any of the games that we've got going on here. And if you frequent Vegas, I think all the casinos use Poker Atlas as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow is right. Jack 10 for Austin. He goes all in. Jesus with the King 10. Looking for a queen for Broadway. Already made a pair of 10s. Jesus needs to commit his remaining 63 chips in the middle to call, and it looks like he may have already done so. And Lauren getting an exact count of all the chips.
Post haste.
Post haste, of course. How else would one do it?
Pre haste.
And it looks like... Oh, Jesus with the King Queen, it looks like.
Is it the King Queen?
It looked like it was King Queen when he flashed the cards just now. Maybe we have an error on the card reader. It is possible.
That would be
King 10. No, it was... the circle of the 10 looked like a Q, I guess, from where I'm sitting. Lauren accidentally revealing the burn card, which was a deuce. First board goes to Austin. And Jesus standing up.
graphics catching up.
And here we go. Second board. Jesus looking for a queen for Broadway. Or a king to make a better 2 pair.
Queen from space. King from space.
Of course, it's a 4. And an 8 for the final river card.
The seat is fully warm. There's a torch under it. There's a campfire under the seat.
Yeah, the seat has been warming for a while. It's been running. It's been idling. Finally caught up to temp. And Austin chipping back up here. Austin now turning a profit, up $6. $41, actually, as of that last pot. Austin up to $434 in his stack.
roller coaster there for Austin, going up and then going down, and then Jack even. He's exactly even after all these hands he's played. That's nuts.
He may have. I think it's a different Jack. I think we have Jack and Jack now.
I just noticed Jack and Jack.
We got Jack in seat 5 and Jack in seat 6. We got Jack 5 and Jack 6.
And we get a Jack on the flop. I'm gonna pre-guess.
Yeah. Well, Florida's holding Florida folds one of the Jacks. And Bill T with the ace deuce. Poker face Superman 9 tray. Looks like that's in the range. He's coming along in the small blind.
Really hoping for Jack here. But I put my house on it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess your house is gone now. King 4 deuce on the flop. Poker face Superman with a 3. 2 ways to a flush. Or sorry, 3 ways to a flush. 3 ways to a straight. A 7 comes off of diamonds.
Ooh, giving Basil the 9 high flush.
Draw.
Draw.
It is possible. 2 spades on board as well. Jack holding 2 clubs. Looking for a 5.
Will it hit or an 8 or a 6? Hits a pair.
And Jack makes the fold.
Nope.
Or sorry, Jack makes the win. Picking up $8 out of
to
that
go.
pot in profit.
Jack is what they call the baby in The Incredibles.
Jack, of course, the baby in The Incredibles. And here we go. We've got hand number 29 coming up. I believe also a prime number here. Should be a big pot if the trend holds. Florida with the ace 9 making the call here. Austin K6. And it looks like we're going to be 4 ways to the flop here. Austin and Brandon both holding hearts.
A lot of farts.
Queen 10 tray on the flop. 2 spades. No farts out there.
Florida with the best hand? No. Yeah. No, not anymore.
And Austin's going to bet. Austin's going to win.
We said that a lot this stream.
That is true. We have Austin now up.
Making a really great table image for himself currently.
That's right. And it looks like Jesus has taken off for just a second.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
I think. I hope.
I hope.
There we go. Jinx. Man, it's hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Yeah, they make a stream from a sauna, actually. Bad for the equipment, good for the skin.
It's great for the skin. I know. I can feel the moisturization. The heat is having beneficial effects on my tan. What tan? It's non-existent.
9 tan.
Haven't seen the outside in a while.
Yeah, I was in Wisconsin. They don't get the sun up there.
No.
Not at all.
Nope. Poker face Superman now with the ace tray. Jason with the ace queen. The ace quisha. Both suited. Jack with the jack tray. He's going to be coming along. Jack 6 coming along with the jack 3.
Jack 5 with a Jack 3.
Jack 5 out.
Jack 5 out.
Jack 6. Jack 3. Speaking in code over here. Let me know in the chat if you can keep up.
8-4 king.
2 spades. Jason drawn to the nut flush.
Donator with the top pair.
That's right.
Awful kicker.
Yeah, top pair, bottom kicker.
His kicker would never play unless he pairs it, right?
It will never play.
He'll never see the light of day. Brandon calling with his middle pair. PF SP GONE gone.
There you go. This man knows his letters.
They taught me well in 6th grade.
You learned letters in 6th grade?
Just wait for you to pick that up.
Woo!
Jason now picking up the jack for the straight. If I can get my word under
Yeah, looking for the Broadway. He's got a combo draw.
combo draw. Does not hit it. Oh, but another 8 for Brandon.
Brandon now with the check mark. And Donator betting into him. That's got to feel good.
And no straight possibilities are out there. So only an 8-10, 8-king pocket pair set has to call. Yeah, Brandon raised to 70, donated calls.
And that'll do it. Brandon, check mark, dragging $220 in profit out of that $347 pot. Donator down to 64 in his stack, but
Not out.
he's not out yet.
Chip in a chair. And a Diet Coke.
And a Diet Coke.
Maybe a root beer. Is that a root beer?
Eh,
I think it's a root beer.
it looks like a root beer.
Because it's a black cap.
That's what I was going to say. You're right. And it looks like he's going to be adding on here. The max add-on at this game up to $200. And it looks like he has got just about enough cash to put him up to that level.
A lot of black accessories today. Black cap, black tongues,
Sure.
black hoodies from Jack 6.
Black Parade.
When I was. That song is a trip. There's a lot of, like, I don't know. It's a long song. What is the entry for the 5K guaranteed on Saturdays?
I believe that's going to be 240.
Or is it 200?
I think it's 240 with a $100 ad at registration and a $100 ad as well at registration close. And of course, the $20 dealer appreciation
We
to
appreciate
get some extra chips.
the immediate add-on. This Saturday it's not happening though, correct? I think I was told this Saturday no tournament.
I believe. No, I think on Saturday we're doing. We'll double check on that. We'll get you an answer here.
Okay. Never fear. Chase is here with the information. Oh gosh, I almost fell. Sitting down. Impressive. Got Joey in the box now. Been in the box twice for the live stream. His second tour. I say all new faces here, all new stacks he can wreck, dealing out bad beats and the such. Jesus with the queen 10, Austin with the ace 10, 3-betting Jesus' raise or bet. Jack with the ace 8, gonna call, hoping to hit an ace. Three ways here. Ace 10, queen 10, ace 8. Jack doesn't know though. Only 8's good for him. Flop comes out 7, queen 5. Jesus hitting it. Sneaky check. Hoping Austin does bet. Austin has been aggro for most of it. Instead, Jack bets. And Jesus calls here. Interesting position here for Austin. He does make the fold. Good fold there from Austin. Now, only one of 2 aces can save Jack here. From Jesus, keep checking. Now I think you have to bet on the river. I think you might be able to check, and he might bet, sensing weakness, but you can't. Oh. And just mind my words, he goes all in. Looks bluffy, maybe. But does not get Jack to call. His sneaky check earns him 50 of Jack's dollars. Under hand number 32 here. Calling out hands of note. King 4 of spades. Another ace 10 here. Ace 10, all red, but none of the same suit for Florida. See if he can hit this time. Did not hit the last time. However, though, there's 2 4s, meaning a 4 will be on the flop because they've been so hot tonight. See if I am not right this time. 10 did hit, but also a queen and also a jack. Florida having draws to the straight, but so do the kings. Everybody has draws to the straight. Any ace gives the king straight, any king gives the ace straights. That's poetic there. Jesus bets, Austin calls, Florida calls. Gotten 1 out of there. Another 10. Florida picks up trips. See if a sneaky check. Sneaky check. Our second sneaky check in a row. Does not fool Jesus nor Austin. Oh, no. The sneaky check actually got him. Took himself to Value Town, potentially. Clubs get there.
What's up with that seat? What were you saying? It's getting warm.
Hot.
It's getting hot.
Man, oh, man. You take the man from the seat, but you can't take the hotness away from it.
And he is betting here.
40. I think Florida. That's a great.
Wow, that is a great fold.
I think I'm calling there, unfortunately.
And he does turn over one of the cards, maybe the king.
Maybe the 8. The classic, I'm not good enough to fold here call.
And Tio, we do have official word. $300 is the buy-in for the Saturday tournament. However, we are not running the Saturday tournament this Saturday. We will still be running the Bounty tournament on Sunday. $300 buy-in for that as well. And it's a black chip bounty. So every player you knock out, you get $100. $300 the buy. Just knock out 3 players. Sounds simple enough. You get your buy-in paid for. And we do have the Tuesday freeze out. That's the $240 buy-in tournament that I was thinking about.
Bang.
Bang.
Is there any significance to the black chip, or is it just the
That is the value.
Oh, duh. I was trying to think of the wording I was trying to use. It's the vehicle for the physical bounty.
Right. Similar. Yeah, I think we're still using chips. Plaques, I mean.
Okay.
Donator now with pocket 10s, raising it up to 15.
One of his 10s accounted for it in Pokerface Superman's Queen 10.
Look out.
I think he might call, even, which is crazy to think about.
And Jason with the King 8. Tio, yeah, please do come by. Check it out. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. Lots and lots of cool tournaments and lots of cool promotions going to be happening pretty soon. Our prize wheel, one of those promotions.
And, of course, Bale does not call with his hand that I thought for sure he was going to. I already forget what it was.
Yep.
It was something with a 10.
Daniel in the chat asking, what is Basil's VPIP today?
Take your guesses right now.
Throw out a guess, put it in the chat, and we'll put up the VPIP numbers at the end of this hand.
My guess is 33 or 29.
Whoever gets the closest wins an air horn sound.
I can't wait. Jason, I think good bet here. He does have an over. Well, no, he isn't over to the 7 and 8. He has the spade draw, and it puts Donator in a tough position. Daniel's guessing 20%.
20%, good guess. And Jason wins the pot, gets close to getting some spades.
Daniel with a
All
mystery
right.
message.
Anybody else want to guess? Before I pull up the numbers, the question is, what is Pokerface Superman, seat number 4, a.k.a. Basil? What is his VPIP?
I'm going 33.
33 is a good guess as well. 20% from Daniel. All right, all guesses must be in. I'm pulling up the numbers right now. He's actually not at the bottom. 33%.
Bang.
It's almost like you can see the numbers.
I didn't look at the numbers, though, I swear.
right.
I
Yeah,
looked
right.
at, I said 33, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to look now.
All right, you get the air horn sound.
One long, painful air horn. I should have turned up the volume all the way.
I like when the air horn is the deflated one in the memes. That always makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, I agree. He
I-
can see. He can see.
It's because we pulled it up earlier, and I was like, I bet it hasn't got much higher because it was 29. That's why I was going to guess 29.
It actually not the bottom.
Who was at the bottom?
Jack at 20%.
Which
Jack 5.
we need. If I would have thought about it earlier, we could have changed the name to Jack 5 and Jack 6.
Yeah, that's true. Jack 6 at 25%. And Florida at 24%.
Speaking of Jacks,
Look
two
at
of 'em.
this. 2 Jacks on the flop.
And 2 hearts.
That's right, Brandon, with the flush draw here.
And a 9. 2 9s.
Another 9 comes out. Double paired board. Always dangerous for those flushes. I imagine this is just going to check down to the river.
Just open fold.
Oh, no, Brandon. You're making a liar out of me. You're going to bet $10.
Brandon with the nut no pair.
Jason calling. And there's another Jack.
They're chopping it.
Chop, chop.
Go all in.
Jack's full of 9s. Yeah, I do that a lot.
I wouldn't. Any 9 beats you. Any Jack beats you.
Anything. Pocket 10s will beat you. Pocket queens. Pocket kings.
Pocket aces, but you're discounting those.
Yep. And there you go. That'll do it. Next hand coming at you. Hand number 35. Hard to believe. We've been streaming for a little over an hour and a half now. Time really flying by when you have a good time.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
Thank you, everybody. We've got a pretty good amount of viewers in the streams. We are streaming Facebook. We're streaming YouTube. We're streaming Twitch. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. We're having a good time today. And come see us. We've got the Bounty Tournament coming up on Sunday. We've got the Free Roll on Monday, the Freeze Out on Tuesday, and the Bomb Pot Tournament on Wednesday.
Are we still running the wheel promotions on Thursday?
We are running the wheel at full capacity on Tuesday, high hands every hour, and we are running the wheel every single day for all cash games. Anytime you get quads or better, you get a spin on the wheel. Easy game. Quads or better. And you get a chance at some great prizes. We've got cash prizes. And Marcos, we've got the live stream going until about 8:15, thereabouts, 8:20. So another 15, 20, 25 minutes on that. Thank you for checking us out and playing, Marcos. We had a good time hosting you. Hope you had a good time playing. And Donator with the ace-10 of farts. Brandon with the queen-jack. Pokerface Superman with the king-queen. Austin with the jack-10. Jack with a pair of 7s. That is jack-6, by the way. Jesus with the ace-5 offsuit. And flop comes out ace-high, obviously. 2 diamonds on board, though. Jesus with the ace of diamonds. Would be drawing to the highest diamond flush if 2 more diamonds come off. Donator, though, with the better pair of aces. And here we go. $50 is the bet from the Donator. Pokerface Superman making the call here. And Jack. Oh, Pokerface Superman making the fold. Jack making the fold as well. Donator picking up $100 in profit out of that pot. Stacking chips, getting closer to even.
So, Flippy, a previous player used to be sitting in seat 6 right where Jack 6 is sitting.
That's right.
Asking how long the live stream usually goes. 2 hours, right?
Yep. Yeah, we got about another 20 minutes or so on that. Also saying great commentary. Thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it.
Glad you had a good time. Says he would do it again.
Couldn't do it without him.
That's right. That is very, very true.
But yeah, the table still runs after the live stream, but the live stream ends after 2 hours.
Great point. Yes, this game does run for multiple hours after the live stream ends. So if you're watching right now, maybe you're in Odessa, you want to get out here, can't make it before the live stream ends, that's okay. The game will continue on. Some players will get up when the live stream ends, so sometimes we'll have seats open right around that time.
But some players like to join when the live stream ends.
That is true, too. Make sure to check out Poker Atlas and put yourself on the wait list. That way you'll have a spot or at least notified of a seat when it opens up. A lot of hands here, a lot of 9s this time.
What do you think about Pokerface Superman not raising his king-queen under the gun?
I think he may have Yeah, nah, I would have raised.
I would have raised. At least to 10.
I think a stronger hand, a limp re-raise would be a valid play, but in this case, the king queen is just not strong enough to limp re-raise.
There was a raise, however. Maybe not. Oh, no, we're off to a flop already.
Yep, flop ace, straight, deuce.
No aces, right? Wow.
No aces, no trays, no deuces either.
There we go. We're caught up.
And
Brandon
bets. Brandon wins. Getting a small pot. On to the next one. Hand number 37 coming at you.
What's up, Daniel's son? Basil says to Daniel.
Daniel-san.
That is from, not Karate Man. What's it called? Is that the name of it?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. I knew I was right.
Karate Boy. Karate not quite a man yet.
Karate Gender.
Karate coming of age tale.
Karate Smith with Little Smith.
Now you're talking.
He just wants to talk about the socioeconomic something and political state of the world. Something like that. I don't know.
Woo. Way above my head.
Do you see the I'm not much for celebrity events. Couldn't really care. But did you see the one he wore a house on his head, Jaden Smith?
Nope.
He wore a house on his head. I'll show you a photo. It's quite interesting. And is that King Queen twice for PFCP or SP?
PFSP does get King Queen twice. This time suited of the diamonds variety.
And who raised? Jason raised. Does he re-raise? He just flats here.
I think that flat is decent. Could re-raise to squeeze here and thin the field, especially with this many callers. Jack going to 3-bet to 100.
Oh, my. And I think it's going to get...
With the King 7
PFSP
suited.
To fold.
Good timing here. Trying to pick up about $50 of dead money. He's got a gingerbread house on his head.
Yeah, he just wore it. It's weird. Super weird.
You know, they call it Holly weird, but I think it's getting weirder these days.
I'd have to agree with you, man. Does he call here?
Poker face Superman not spinning the fidget spinner. I think that means fold.
I think it's one of those situations he's thinking if he calls here, he's going to eventually face an all-in at some point.
And he does fold, even face up, it looks like.
Does Jack show?
Take my $2. And he does. Shows the King 7 a little smirk there.
Had Basil raised initially, Jack
Yeah, may have folded.
may have folded, may have just flatted, and we may have seen a flop. Maybe he saved money. Maybe Jack hit King 7 there.
Yeah, good move. The limp re-raise right there from Mr. Jack.
Interesting hand there. One of the hands of all time.
That's right. That is absolutely true.
You seen any good movies recently?
You know what? I've been playing Mortal Kombat lately. I know I talk about it a lot. And the story mode is like a kung fu movie that you play.
I do like the story mode.
It's excellent.
Who do you main?
Ghostface.
I do like Ghostface.
I like Ghostface a lot. I like his stabby. I think it's a lot of fun. I learned the brutality
Nice.
where you have both ghost faces come in and stab the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
just nonstop, and it keeps going for it feels like 10 minutes. Excellent. Basil asking, who's got the nicest stack? You know what? That would be you, my man. You have that pyramid structure. I think it looks good.
I know. Brandon's got the
Needs
Twin
a capstone.
Towers.
The Twin Towers is pretty good, too.
And he's got that's just a beer. I thought he had a third tower brewing in the back.
He's got the small tower of greens. And we've got a couple of good hands here. Jack 10 suited for Donator. Queen 10 for Brandon.
Queen 9 for Austin.
Ace Jack for Florida.
And Queen Deuce for Jesus.
Yep. Got to rhyme it.
Gotta rhyme.
Basil saying, thank you, Chase. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm just speaking facts right now.
He put hands together.
7-5 tray on the flop. 2 diamonds. Nobody holding diamonds. Nobody holding hearts either.
Jesus with the runner for the 2 high straight.
That's right. The 2 high straight. 7 of hearts comes out on the turn.
2 high straight's dead.
Still no pair for anybody.
Brandon's been taking these no pair lines and really being aggressive with them and winning them most of the time, and I think he does it again.
Yep, there it is. He does have the best no pair hand of everybody in the hands.
He did not. He was facing ace jack.
That's right, ace jack.
Aggression is the name of the game, and it wins. Jeffrey Dummer in the house. Unfortunately, a little funny.
That is funny. It could be worse.
Did you ever watch any of the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of his work. You? I think I watched a few episodes of one of them. It was pretty interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. Big fan of the works that came from things like that. American Psycho and, some of the slasher flicks.
It's hip to be square.
Sure.
No, that's American Psycho.
That is American Psycho.
Yeah. You need to listen to that song. It's a good song.
Great song.
I'm a
Huey Lewis.
big fan of finding songs from, like, shows and such. Breaking Bad.
Sure.
There's a song in there I've just recently added to my playlist, Digital Animals.
Love that kind of stuff. Found out about a great band that way, actually. Good comedy sketch from I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. Had a pretty funny musical part in it, and I thought the song was amazing.
What song was it? Or what skit was it?
It was the song that says there are no rules, and he goes around destroying everything. And found out the band is
yeah.
Turnstile. Great band. Very
I feel like I've heard that name
post-punk.
before. Turnstile.
They're pretty popular these days. I think they started out around here.
Round West Texas?
Yeah, one of my buddies said he used to open for them.
That's crazy. Everybody's somebody.
That's right. Ace 6-4 on the flop here. Jack with the pair of sixes. Looks like that may be best. Austin could potentially go runner for a straight. Same story with Jason.
We're going to let our graphics catch up here. I think someone bet, and I think almost everybody called. Yeah, Jason bet. We got one fold, and the rest have called? Question mark? We'll get there. Don't you worry about it.
There's a $10 bet from Jason and one call from Jack, and a 9 comes off. Jack with two pair. Jack 5.
Jack 5, 2P.
And Jack 5
Win.
plus 20.
It's going. It's going. It's gone.
That's right. And one of my favorite musicians, John 5, favorite guitarist.
You a big fan of Buckethead?
Like Buckethead. Buckethead's okay. Kind of weird. From what I've heard, people who've met him, strange man.
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing a bucket on his head.
Yep, and he does play guitar really good. I like him better than Steve Vai. That may be controversial.
Do not know who Steve Vai is.
Another great solo guitarist.
I think it's weird being a solo guitarist.
Yeah.
Do you like a...
Oh, look at this. Ace Queen versus Ace 10.
Ooh.
Both limp. Okay, good. Jesus raising it up to 15.
Double limp.
Yeah, I was about to say, both players flat. Kind of an interesting situation. Brandon with the Queen Jack.
Dominated here. Only a jack will save him. Or a straight. I guess forward a flush, but we're
Austin.
getting hopeful here.
Austin with the 8-7 and Donator with the 9-8. Looks like everybody... Seems like everybody's holding one of the other cards from somebody else.
Everybody has a piece of someone.
King 9 deuce. Talk about an action flop.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you go. Talk about full
right.
house.
Yep, Donator with the best of it so far. Jesus going to be the one betting here. $35. Backdoor straight possibilities for Mr. Jesus. And Brandon Queen Jack calling.
Did Donator fold with the best of it? He did.
He did.
There
King
is-
on the board.
I say there is an over.
And
to
the
his pair.
4 comes off. Obviously, it's going to be a 4. This is the game of 4s.
The fourth game.
That's right. Jesus betting another 40. Speaking of, Brandon now still chasing a gutter ball.
Oh, yeah, any 10. But Jesus is holding. Once again, holding. Even though he's not holding a
Yep.
specific card, he's holding something. Brandon does call.
And let's see if that miracle 10 comes off on the river. Joey tapping the table. There it is. Look at that.
Gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Brandon gets the check mark. He gets the straight. Now, does he smooth check?
I
And
think
he does.
He did. I thought he bet.
No, it looks like a smooth.
I think he went all in.
Looks like a smooth all in.
He is all in.
Jesus 167 in his stack to call. He made a pair here on the river, and Jesus does fold.
I think he went for too much there. I think Jesus might call some lower bets, or if he gets checked, I think he might bet.
That is possible. Well, we can see the cards. We know that Jesus may have checked that river after making a pair, just realizing his showdown equity, but
I think he might have bet because Brandon thought about calling for a while. So I didn't really put him on a king based on that, and also because I knew the card.
it does help when you can see the cards.
That is my new go-to when somebody draws out to me, or someone at the table is like, it's easy when they knew what was coming.
Right.
Classic.
Classic poker joke.
I'm trying to think of another common poker joke people say. Oh, if you flip over, obviously I think I noticed a little more because I am a dealer, but whenever you flip a card, it's like, now my pocket whatever is gone. There goes my eights. How am I supposed to catch my...
Yeah, that's true. Or you flip over and they say, I didn't want that one anyway. Give me another.
Yeah,
It's a 4 or a 2 or something.
Or can I play that one? Daniel saying, that was a check for sure. Ace-10 was leading all streets before that. See, that's what I was thinking, but he might check there. I don't know. I think a small bet, maybe like a $30, make it look blocky, like a blocker bet to induce a raise, maybe.
Not a bad idea.
Mayhaps. I think just a smaller bet than all in. I think maybe he's putting him on 2-pair. Brandon was, and 2-pair may call there.
Now Bill T with the pair of aces. He's been kind of inactive for a little while, bleeding out some chips. Now down to 107, but looks like he may get this pot. Jason with the 5-6, probably not going to be calling here.
I think if he wins this one, every hand he's won has had an ace in it.
That's possibly true. Of course, it's a 4.
On the 4th card that can be put down on the board.
That's right.
On the 40th first hand.
And Bill T betting, Austin folding. Bill picking up a pot up to 210. I believe that's slightly in profit town.
Tale as old as time.
And Mr. Bill just slightly down after winning that one. And we are moving on to hand number 42. We're going to be winding up this stream. Thank you again, everybody, for checking us out. Been having a good time watching some poker, talking about food and movies and everything in between.
Is this the last hand?
No, it's not. We've got a couple more.
Check the VPIP. I want to check the VPIP before we
All right, let's
end
see if
this
it'll
out.
come up real quick. 95% for Austin, who has been playing for a while, too, so almost since the beginning.
Jack and Jack combined 50 almost.
Combined almost 50%.
Still half as good as Austin.
That's right, yeah. Austin playing almost every hand and actually has a pretty decent stack to show for it. Only down $44 on his combined buy-ins.
That's why you play every hand.
That's right.
Did he buy in again?
He did indeed.
I did not notice.
Florida with the King 10 of spades, raising it up to $17.
Good hand for Florida here. Florida been kind of card dead almost.
Yep.
And
Thinning the field here. Now heads up, going to the flop, 46 in the middle.
2 suited hands here. Jack 4, King 10. The flat tire, the sunny for Jesus.
That's right.
How could I have forgotten?
Ace, queen on the flop, both of clubs. Jesus flopping a good draw here.
Florida with a decent draw himself. To
That's right. Looking for the gutter.
The Broadway.
The show tunes.
You ever seen him Broadway play?
Yes.
I have not. Is it good?
Yeah. It's
Nice.
pretty good. I saw Lion King, and I saw Saturday Night Fever,
Mm.
and I saw something else.
Where'd you see it at? Chicago? You go to Chicago?
No, I saw it on Broadway.
Where's Broadway?
Yeah, New York, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Florida, seemingly frustrated, folded his king 10, even
That's
though he
right.
was best.
And Jesus picking up that pot with the Jack 4 of clubs. Florida down to $70, but can certainly double up and get very close to even.
We are close to the end, but the end has not happened yet.
That's right.
Check the winners and the losers here.
Brandon really having a good time at this game. Up to 881 in his stack total. 684 in profit. Poker Face Superman in second at 588 in profit. Jason up 281. A little better than a double up.
The Jacks combined only $57 down.
That's right.
Maybe they don't want to combine that much, but we will for simpler sake. And Bill T here, trying to win without aces.
Yep, Austin raising it up to an even $5, and Bill T going to make the flat with the pocket kings.
Does he flat?
It looks like $5.
Going.
Yep.
Flats. Oh, Jack with the fours.
Yikes.
Donate with the twos.
Everybody in trouble. I think Jack is going to win this hand.
I think so too.
He's got the fours they've been hitting. I think on the turn we'll see a 4. Jack 6 Trey on the board, 2 spades.
No one holding a Jack.
Nobody holding 2 spades either. No 6s out there. And Bill going to bet 25 with his overpair and not going to get any callers. Bill going to take that one down.
Not one. I think he's got to raise pre. I think more people are calling on the fours. I think the twos might call there. Missed out on some value there. Hypothetically.
Hypothetical value is some of the best value
I've ever had.
That's right. And here we are. This will be the last hand of the stream coming up. Thanks again for checking us out, everybody.
No. No. Which one is it? The one that's sad. That's money. That's... There it is. Which is not even fully correct for what I'm going for.
Guys, this is a tough job. In case you were not aware, this is not an easy thing to remember 9 keys. It is tough.
And they're not labeled. They're
not
they all
labeled.
look the same, and they're in a square.
They're not colored or anything.
Bad design.
It's just part, it's part of it.
Par for the course.
Par for the course. It's not an easy gig. And it looks like Jack 5 going to be raising it up to $10. Jack 6 calling the $10.
King 7. Man, all this Jack 5, Jack 6 talk has me really confused on who has what hand. And Jesus with Jack 8, of course.
Of course.
Not to be confused with Jack 5 having...
The players.
Yeah, of course.
10-5 Trey on the board. 2 spades for Jack 6.
Who has the king? Oh, Queen 10. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, donator with the pair. Oh, Daniel throwing out a suggestion. When are we getting the Lauren and Chase stream?
I'll see myself out.
Yeah,
I don't need to be here, allegedly,
Well,
according
all right.
to Daniel's son.
That's okay with me. And Jason, look, he's got a flush draw as well for the Jack high. Daniel, we'll have to workshop that one and see what we can't put into the works.
I think never.
Oh, flush on flush
Ooh.
violence.
Now, you check. This...
Now, Jack's going to be feeling good with the nut flush here, and he does smooth check. Let's see if, yep, Jason is going to put together a bet.
I didn't realize Jason had the Jack flush. Now, you smooth call as Jack 6. You get all the money here.
And it looks like,
Oh, he didn't have much left. Okay.
yeah, it looks like he's going to go all in here for a little over 100.
Jason's calling.
Looks like just slightly higher than a min raise. And Donator, I think, is out before the chips even hit the felt. And Jason, what else are you going to do here?
Yeah, I think that check wins him a lot of money here. Unfortunately for Jason.
Check raise. Jason knows the ace of diamonds is out there, so he's not up against an ace high flush. Well, he has an ace high flush technically, but
So the only flushes that beat him is 2, the king and the queen. And
that's right.
Jack with one of them. Did you know apparently it used to be bad manners to check raise someone in poker?
I did.
That's wild.
It is wild. The game has come a long way. Yeah, that was in the very early days of poker. People would really dislike that.
I don't get why. It's poker.
Yeah, it's bad form, I guess. I don't know.
It's like eating your main dish with a salad fork. It's like, what even is the salad fork, man?
Yep. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll consider slow rolling not a crime.
Dude, that would be crazy. Slow rolling is a punishable by death offense here at KoJack's, actually. Just kidding, of course.
Yeah, not literal death. It looks like, yeah, wow. Jason made the correct laydown. What a laydown there. And Daniel in the chat saying he loves Aiden and Dawson together. A good team there, to be sure.
Now, when are we getting all four on stream? No one has any cohesive thoughts. It's just people talking the whole time.
That would be exactly what that would shape up to be. All right, everybody, that's our stream. Thanks again for checking us out. I got me here. I'm Chase. We've got Aiden and Chris in the background, the IT guru, making things happen, doing a great job as always. Great crew and a great crowd. Thanks for checking us out. We sure had a good time. We'll be back again next Thursday, I believe.
Next Thursday, yeah.
So make sure to check us out then and come by for the Sunday Bounty Tournament. Black chip bounty. Ow. We'll see you then, buddy.